Starbucks, Casa Cuevas, experiments I'm very skeptical about.
Yeah, like Jack Skellington on The Nightmare Before Christmas.
You're gonna have to flush that one out for me a little bit and explain that one.
I got you.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Cigar Titan here once again with my good friend Brother Stogie. Say hello to the people.
Tight band.
Brother Stogie, we're gonna do something a little different. I feel like I say that at the beginning of every episode.
Because we always do something different.
Because we're always doing something different. But this particular video comes courtesy of Casa Cuevas.
Yes.
Want to give us a little background into how we got into this one?
So, we went to Miami. Everybody knows we went to Miami.
Yep.
And we spent a nice weekend with the Casa Cuevas family.
Yep.
And the wife, the lovely Miss Denise Cuevas,
Yep.
was like, hey, well, I got an episode for y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all should do an experiment. You should let a Casa Cuevas cigar dry out, all the way out.
Yeah.
Dip it in water
Okay.
and see if you can rejuvenate the cigar. And then get another one.
Yeah.
Don't dry that one out though.
Right.
But you're gonna dip that one in like coffee.
Okay.
And see if you can get like some kind of infusitization going
Infusitization.
on into that Casa Cuevas cigar. Like, that'd be fun.
I am super skeptical of this. I think everybody, in the who smokes cigars or is in the cigar industry or whatever, we've all seen the memes of, looking into the sink with that picture where there's, tons and tons of cigars and the guy's just got the faucet running to try and rejuvenate the cigars.
Right? So we can put that theory to test today.
All right, you ready to get started?
Yeah, let's give it to him.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Like we said at the beginning of the episode, we are going to be doing a Casa Cuevas experiment today, and we've got two different sticks, rather.
Two different sticks. We got the same sticks, two different methods in which we getting ready to do this experimentation.
Thank you. That's what I was. Yeah, I appreciate it.
I got you, bro. So welcome to the Casa Cuevas
long
experiment,
week.
brought to you by no other than Casa Cuevas. Shout out, can't do this video without a shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Louis Cuevas Jr., Louis Cuevas Sr.,
Yep.
and the son that's coming up in Alec. Yes, I didn't forget your name. I'm talking too much.
You got me. I got you.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And the lovely queen of Casa Cuevas, Miss Denise.
That's right.
So, we both have a Casa Cuevas La Mendadia. Boom, look at that, that beautiful stick.
Gold,
Yes.
gold, orange.
So,
That's beautiful.
what had happened was, this one was in the humidor the entire time.
Okay.
That Casa Cuevas La Mendadia has been out of my humidor, in the environment, at the house, just chilling, no humidification, since we came back from Miami.
Now, when you told me that initially, when you handed me the cigar and said that this has been out for probably about a month with no humidification at all, I was like, no, I don't believe you. Because you can still see the sheen on the wrapper here. It does not feel dry.
There's no crunch to the leaf, to the wrapper.
And let's see if you guys can see this. You can still see.
It has an exposed foot, so that didn't come off because it wasn't humidified properly.
All the oils and everything right here, shiny. If I didn't know that this had been sitting out for about a month, I would say that this cigar was completely fine to smoke, which, and I haven't cut or lit it up yet, but would be, at least visually speaking, a testament to Casa Cuevas cigars.
So why are we doing this experiment? So, we tell you, we're doing this experiment for those people, especially the newbies, who don't have the humidor or the Tupperware. And you got a stick, somebody either gave it to you or you went out with your boys and you bought one and you just smoke it, so it's at home chilling, and you didn't know that you could just put both of the pack in a Ziploc bag and save it for a little bit. So what did you do? You left it out. You didn't save it. You didn't protect your baby. We gonna teach you or try to show you how to rejuvenate it.
Okay, so before we get into this, I want to take a pulse on how we think this experiment is going to turn out. Are you for rejuvenation of the cigar? Do you think it's actually going to make the cigar smokable again? Or do you think it's going to go the other way and you think it's just going to be a wet, soggy mess?
I don't know. Because so it's dry, right? So you figure all the leaves are dry. So when you pour water on a wet leaf, what does it usually do in nature? It just runs off, right? It does not absorb it really. So, but there was a specific way Ms. Cuevas told us to make sure this cigar absorbs the water. She told us to kind of rub it in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not rub it in, but just rub it in. She said do not
I've got experience in at least one of these.
She said do not use two hands specifically to rub this in. So we gonna dip these in the substances that we have, and we're gonna check back in with you when they dry.
Right. So well, at least one of these is going to be going into distilled water. Now the other one of these, the one that you have, is actually going to be dipped in a coffee because we were told that it would, the leaves would help would absorb some of the coffee
and get some coffee notes.
Yep.
Right. So we're gonna try that for you today.
All right.
So remember, the water is supposed to be distilled. Okay.
Now,
why distilled only?
You don't want any of the chlorine or any of the
alkaline.
Alkaline. Yes. Thank you. It's going to be one of those episodes.
Gotcha.
Alkaline in the water. So the more distilled it is, the cleaner, essentially, the water is.
Same rules on why you only put distilled water when you clean that humidor.
Yep.
So, let's get started.
All right, so a couple of things to note before we actually do this.
Yes.
One of the things that Denise said prior to putting the cigar into the liquid was to not cut the shoulder of the cigar because you do want to make sure that this area stays sealed.
Yes.
You do not want to dip the cigar in the foot first because the water is going to go straight up through the foot of the cigar, and then at that point it's going to be a wet, soggy mess. So I think the idea or the concept is to get the outside wrapper of the cigar
like so
soaked.
So, y'all ready? Here we go. So,
was there a time limit on how long we were supposed to leave these in here?
No, we can go for like 15 seconds. 15
seconds?
Yes. All the way in.
Okay.
There's no cracks or anything on the wrappers of these, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
For the record, I am skeptical that this is going to work.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay.
All right, so we have dipped them. She said put them in one hand.
Okay.
And just massage them through.
I can still feel the moisture in the leaf for sure, and I can see here some of the darker spots on the stick where it's pretty obvious the water started to absorb into the leaf.
Now Denise gonna look at you watching this video. So I told him not to use two hands massaging the stick.
So where do we go from here?
So definitely, as you can see, there's a little roughage of the wrapper there. So it did mess with the cigar a little bit.
Are we going to attempt to cut and light these?
You're smelling it stronger?
It does.
Mine smells a little sweeter.
Yeah, for sure.
I can smell the coffee in here.
So cut and light?
Cut and light. I think I'm dry enough to cut and light.
Doesn't appear, at least at this point, like any of the water or liquid got into the actual cigar. It looks like it's all on the wrapper.
Actually got me a nice little straight cut on there.
Yeah, same here. And it didn't come out. It doesn't look dry at all.
All right, time to cut.
You probably would have had to have left this out for another month for this thing to be bone dry. It doesn't taste like the cigar is dried out.
Okay.
I'm honestly thinking like there was just so much oil and so much moisture already in the leaf that it probably could have sat out a little bit longer to dry out more. But I haven't gotten to the area yet where it was under the water. So we'll see how the cigar performs once it actually hits the wrapper. For those of you guys who've never had a La Mandaria before, one of the things to note on the La Mandaria is the foot of the cigar is actually exposed. So the wrapper actually doesn't come onto the cigar for probably about a good half an inch or so at the tip of this. So it'll be interesting to see what this is going to be like once it actually starts getting into the wrapper of the cigar. But flavor notes right now, what I would expect from a La Mandaria.
And mind you, this one was not left out. This was in my humidor.
All right, brother. So you want to go ahead and we'll smoke through this a little bit, and then we'll come back and give the Titan family an update?
Yes.
All right, that sounds like a good idea.
Stand by.
All right, guys, so welcome back. So we're just getting through the cigars right now, about to finish it up. I mean, we're pretty close, about at least halfway through the cigars at this point. Brother Stogie, what's the final verdict?
So the final verdict, okay, we gotta take some things into consideration.
Yes.
Okay, number one, this is a Casa Cuevas damn cigar.
Yes.
We're smoking.
Yes.
So this is top quality sticks.
Yes.
So it was a month long enough to take the moisture out of a top-notch quality cigar.
I would say for this particular cigar, no. Now, we don't typically take cigars out of our humidor and leave them out for a month because there's a good chance that those cigars are going to get very brittle and very dry. But like I showed everybody at the beginning of the video, it still looked like there was a lot of moisture left in this cigar, and this cigar has held up very well.
Right. I mean, look at this burn. Every time I take a drag, it just scissors down nice and evenly into a circle.
We've been smoking for at least a half an hour off camera, and the burn on this is razor sharp. Same with yours. We have not had to do any touch-ups or relights since we started doing this.
Nope, and this ash is nice and strong. So, final verdict. So, there's just might be a possibility. So I dipped mine in coffee.
Yes.
Did I give any coffee notes when I lit it off the drags? No.
Okay.
Did I smell a difference in the cigar before I did the cut and light? Yes. I felt I got some extra notes of like some chocolate, light, very, very light coffee. Probably because it was iced coffee.
Yep.
It was light coffee, but more chocolate tones than anything. But the performance of the cigar is stupid. I mean, the drag is super clean, which could probably, because of the moisture that we added to it.
Yep.
And the performance is ridiculous. How about yours being dipped in the distilled water?
So being dipped in the distilled water, I was concerned initially that we were going to have some burn issues just because, like I showed you, the wrapper leaf did absorb some of that water, but I've had zero burn issues the entire time I've been smoking this. It has stayed lit the entire time. I haven't had to do any touch-ups, nothing. Could that rejuvenate a dried out cigar? I think the verdict is still out because I'm not convinced that even though this was left out for a month and not in a humidor, I still don't think that this was a bone dry cigar.
So another thing to take in consideration, the size of the cigar.
Sure.
So this is a Toro, maybe
52.
Was it about like
50.
6.5, 7 by about 6.5 by 52.
Yeah.
So it was a big cigar. So if you put like a Lancero out and leave it out, maybe even a Cigarillo out for that long, it might have dried out a little more. But this is a big cigar.
I've got a couple of cigars sitting in the humidor that I'm not too crazy about, so maybe I'll leave those out and give this another shot and see if it actually rejuvenates the cigar. But I can tell you, it didn't do anything to harm the cigar at all, which I'm amazed by, but two, I think is honestly a testament to Casa Cuevas Cigars.
I agree. So, thumbs up, thumbs down.
I'd say the experiment was a pass.
Yes.
I didn't have any issues that made this an unsmokable cigar. There was no flavor issues. It didn't taste like it'd been sitting out for a month. Again, like it really speaks to the quality of the cigar to go through those two things, being dunked in distilled water for 15 seconds and being left out of a humidor for a month and still smokes like a champ.
So, take notes, all right? So we did the experiment. More experiments coming. Leave some comments down there if you've ever tried to rejuvenate your cigar, and if you did, what method did you use? Did it work? Was it successful? Did you just shit away your cigar?
Right.
Okay? Let us know. If you enjoyed this experiment, leave some comments below and let us know how we did. Shout out to Casa Cuevas Cigars.
Shout out to Denise. Great experiment. Great content for the channel.
I agree. So, do us a favor. Subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
Okay? We love y'all. Now we got viewers from good old Israel.
Israel, that's right.
Right? All the way from a different continent.
That's
watching
right.
this. Adding Israel to the list of Cigar Titan fam. Do us another favor.
We'd love to give you a shout out but I don't read. I'm assuming that was Hebrew. I
Yes,
don't read Hebrew, so
was like this.
Yeah. So if you can spell it out for us, maybe phonetically, so we can pronounce it right, that'd be great. We'll give you a shout out on the channel.
I do good. You know what I'm saying? I did Mali Halil Halil. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, give us your actual name. We'll give you a shout out on the channel. Do us another favor. Like the video. Pound that thumbs up. Okay, we get thousands and thousands of views on these videos. We want thousands and thousands of likes.
We likes our likes.
Because it does something to the algorithm.
It's something.
You know what I'm saying? It will shoot your salt and pepper duo to the top to make sure y'all watch our videos and get this content.
That's right.
Do us another favor. Hit that bell so you get new notification every time the Cigar Time posts new video for y'all. We got a special video coming up for y'all next.
Yes, but we should mention that next week we are taking a brief hiatus.
Yes.
So there will not be a video, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, because one of us is not going to be in town, so it's going to be very difficult for us to coordinate a video.
Well, he's going out of town.
Yes.
I'm taking my boys on an outdoor shooting adventure at the Rock Hodge Shooting Park in Corona, California.
That sounds like fun.
I'm gonna take my 5-year-old to go shoot some 22 caliber
There you
rifles.
go. There you go.
I'm gonna see if my 11-year-old son, he has Down syndrome. I want to treat him like no different than my other kids.
Absolutely.
I want to see if he will touch a 22 pistol and shoot it. I'm gonna do some clay shooting.
Okay.
A little rock climbing.
Okay.
They got those huge military caliber weaponry there.
Yep.
Where it's like $20 a round. I'm gonna go shoot some shit. So we won't have time to do a video next week, but we will be back. While we're gone, do us a favor. Go watch the other video.
Yes.
If you haven't seen the other videos, go watch them.
Absolutely.
Hit that bell. So you get I said that already?
Yeah, you did.
Well, hit it again. Shit. Hit the bell. Yes. Until next time, y'all. Stay out this heat. Hey, why these damn gas prices still going up?
Oh, man.
It's almost $6 in LA.
So a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, actually posted on Instagram today some of the gas prices she was seeing out in LA. $5 and $6 a gallon.
What? Freak.
Right?
What the freak? All right, sorry to hold y'all so long. Smoke how you live how you smoke. No? Okay. Live how you smoke. Smoke how you live. That's smooth, baby.
We'll see you guys the week after next.
You know what? No. Hey, stay tuned. The winner is right here for the gas station cigar.
Oh, that's right.
Hope y'all watch this damn video. Congratulations. You got some cigar coming your way.
See you the week after next.